Right. An incident has recently come to my attention regarding a Wikipedia editor, who's now thankfully been banned, who for some time in his career as editor took it upon himself to wage a vendetta against the occult, modern pagans and witches by instigating a campaign to purge the website of pages related to occultism and individuals within the respective fields. It seems that he went about this by flagging numerous pages for deletion, mostly due to having a personal prejudice against occultism, paganism, and all those people involved within it. One of the pages, in fact, that this editor attempted to have deleted was that of Donald Craig. He's the author of a text called Modern Magic, which I think was published originally in the 1980s, and it's a text I have. I've got it right here, actually. Try and get a proper look at it here. There we are. Modern Magic. Yep. Old Michael Craig, that's him. I haven't read the text in full, but it looks to be a pretty promising read. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck into it, but I digress. Anyhow, I've been reading some articles about this incident, and it's clear that the editor in question is a total bigot. He referred to witches, for example, as being mentally ill, delusional people who are worshipping Satan. And anyone who has even a fraction of knowledge about witches knows that that's simply not true. He continued on to say that witches are a whacked out, highly marginalised minority, and finished up by calling them a pack of ageing, overweight, chanting devil worshippers, belly dancing around the redwood trees. Now, one of the reasons I'm taking interest in this is that not only does this person's behaviour demonstrate the potential for abuse of Wikipedia, it's also a prime example of the bigotry that pagans, occultists and witches are apt to suffer from today. And I'm feeling more and more, as I see more examples of this kind of behaviour towards us, that more of us are going to have to stand up and fight against it. And this editor, by the way, has been outed as a gentleman named Robert Clark Young. And what he's been doing, in my opinion, borders basically on religious persecution. I mean, he had a hatred of a particular community simply because he doesn't agree with their worldviews, and what's worse is that he actually tried to stem freedom of information regarding witchcraft and paganism. Now, pagans and witches are entitled to free speech as much as anyone else, and on a site like Wikipedia, which prides itself on attempting to be neutral, you know, the practices and beliefs of pagans and witches deserve to have as much of a fair hearing as anything else would. And his behaviour was not only hateful, but oppressive, and I think individuals like him are scary, to be frank. What's also ironic, I think, is that Robert Clark Young apparently identifies as a humanist, and he's not doing a very good job of following the principles of humanism, which is supposed to be tolerant of differences and is supposed to uphold equal treatment of everyone, regardless of their religion or beliefs.